Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to understand how to handle auto suggest dropdown. So this is a very important question for playwright point of view and for automation point of view because this is the kind of scenario you will be getting 100%, right? So what is an auto suggest dropdown? Auto suggest dropdown is that kind of dropdown which is also known as a type ahead dropdown, wherein if you keep on typing it will start showing you some suggestions, and based upon the suggestions that are visible to you, you can select a particular option or you can click on it, right? So this is the only functionality of auto suggest drop down because it enhances user experience, right? User is able to see multiple options just by tapping something. Okay, so this in itself is a very dynamic kind of functionality, and we need to handle it via automation each and every time, that too for a website kind of Amazon, right? So we are going to deal it right now in front of you guys, and we will try to understand what it is all about. Okay, so for that, guys, first of all you need to go to amazon.in website, and over here you need to select this locator and you need to click something over here, right? So what will happen is that till here we have already entered our data, but as soon as you enter the data, you can see that, guys, once you start typing it over here, and or you delete it, see your auto suggestions are changing as well, right? If I type bat for girls, all the options have changed. If I type like bat for kids, the options have changed, right? So in this way, this css will also keep on changing, right? I mean the elements that the weight is storing. So you have to identify, you have to wait at least for some time, so that place where all these auto suggestions are coming, at least you can find that particular place. By meaning place, I am asking you to give me the locator where exactly all these elements are coming, right? So since we have already find out that div dot, this is the place where all the auto suggestions are coming, right? So we have to wait for this element so that all these locators, I mean all these auto suggestions are appearing onto this particular locator. So what we will do is that we will simply wait for locator, wait for selector, right? Fine, no worries. Okay, so since we have already applied a wait over here, and now the next thing that we are going to do is that, guys, again we will go over here and we will start searching one by one all these elements. Why we are searching one by one? Because the whatever I have typed in over here, right? If let's say it is coming onto second place, let's say this suggestion might have come onto the 10th place as well, right? The exact suggestion that is appearing onto the second place, in terms of array onto the 0 and 1 index, it might come at any point in time at any index, right? So we will not be going by index because index will keep on changing dynamically, but the text that we have entered over here, that text is gonna be remain the same, and whenever it finds that particular text or that locator, it will just click on it. So this is what we are going to do, right? So we'll just try finding that within this locator we will find one some more locators that are satisfying this particular condition. Okay, so let's say where the text is actually present. So the text is present over here, right? So class is s hyphen suggestion. So I'll be just copying it out, and I'll just mention like div your class. With the help of star keyword, I will be able to say that it contains s hyphen suggestion. Okay, so it is showing you 30 values, but guys, we are not making use of 30 values. These 30 values are not present, only 10 values are there, which means that this x path or this css needs to be optimized furthermore. So let's get back over here. And now let's try to see some other thing that is even more suitable for us to create the XBAR or the CSS. Okay, so let's say if I select this again, let's say suggestion container, let's say. See, as soon as I selected this particular attribute, it is only giving me 10 values, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, at least we have been able to find these 10 values, right? So now what we are going to do, let's try to understand. So this is the locator, okay? How will you know, how will the automation or your playwright know whether 10 values are appearing? For that, you need to do one thing. So page dot locator, right? And you need to count it, like how many values are coming, and you just need to store it, like count of suggestions, right? So the count of suggestions is now being shown over here, and just you can just print it out so that you are able to understand that how many values are coming, right? So count of suggestions. So till now, so far so good, right? Should we try to run it? Yes, we should try to run it, because being a dynamic website, anything can happen, guys. So uh, yes, I am running it onto the headed mode so that we are able to understand what actually goes on at what point in time. Amazon.in is getting opened up. It entered, auto suggestion came, and it happened. But yeah, await is missing over here. That is why we have not been able to get the count. So I should have applied there. And these are the mistakes that you can also mistake at the time of coding. And if you just keep on coding, you are not testing it. Blunders may happen at later stages of your test case automation. So the suggestions came, and perfectly. So now at least we know that 10 suggestions are coming, and out of these particular 10 suggestions, we are going to iterate each value every time to check the text of all these 10 suggestions. So how to check the text of all these suggestions? Checking the text of all suggestions, and if text matches, I will click on it. This is what we are going to do. So for that, you have to do nothing. You just have to take a for loop, and let I equal 0, I less than count of suggestions, I plus plus, and after that, we need to grab the text of the locator. So this is what your locators are actually just showing, and you just need to get the text over here, right? Dot text content, and you can simply store it in a variable for like text equals this much. Okay, after that, you just need to match the text. So if the text uh, is equals to, let's say, bats for kids, if text is equal to bad for kids, so again you will making use of this locator, and dot nth of I'll be doing, and dot click. I hope you guys are getting what I'm up to. Okay, so what is going over here, try to understand. Okay, let me just beautify the code a little bit so that it becomes easier for you to understand. So what I did is that I'll be running a loop for these 10 suggestions that are appearing, right? All these 10 suggestions that are appearing, I'll be running a loop, and for I index, I will, what I'm doing is that, first of all, I want to get the the text of the locator. Okay, sorry, dot nth of I, my bad. Yes, at I index, what is the text of the locator? So let's say at index I equals to 0, I am getting this. I equals to 1, I am getting this. Okay, so I will be running this loop, and whenever the text simply matches, I will be clicking on it, and as soon as I click, I will just jump out of the loop. There is no need to iterate the remaining items. Okay, So this is what it is all about. And if you want to check uh, that what is the value, like, of our the auto suggestions each and every time, you can simply print it out over here, right? So you can console.log, sorry, not this, you can print it out. Okay, so alt shift F, control S, and now I'm going to run the code. Allow me to enter a page and pause because it will run quickly enough for you to understand. So I have run this particular code now, and let's see how it works. So the website is getting opened and autofill is there, suggestions are appearing over here, and there is some an issue, right? So let's try to resolve what the issue is. Again, I've missed this, guys. Even I have a bad habit of working with Java, so I always tend to miss this. Okay, now let's run it. It is opened, all the suggestions. Again, there is some form of an issue. Is that it is saying some promise is pending. So where is I'm missing something? So the count of suggestions I've already taken onto this variable. It is already awaited. Allow me to put await here as well. And now this time it should run successfully. Again, this came. We have already handled this button previously, but for each and every test case, guys, see, it happened perfectly, right? So it tried to match the text and it also clicked onto that particular text. Okay, so now once again I am going to run it in front of you for a different set of this auto suggestion. Let's say I'm going to run for bats for kids space toys. Okay, so this is the last time I am going to run bats for kids space toys. Okay, so if text is equal to this one, and it find it's at some position, it is going to click on it. Okay, let's see whether it clicks or not. Previously it functioned totally well, and let's see what happens this time. I think it is still locating the element. It is still locating the element. Bats for kids. So what is my text that I have typed? Bats for kids toys, but this time this suggestion did not came, guys. I hope you can see over here. Bats for kids and toys not there, right? So just suggestion that was coming on my previous window, right? This is what happens. Now that suggestion is also not appearing, right? So this is very dynamic nature. You need to, whatever you are trying to verify, you have to verify very specifically. So let's say it is coming as wood. So let's try with this wood kind of suggestion. Okay, it is a very dynamic website. So instead of toys, I will mention wood over here. Now I will run it. Now it will be working fine. The site got open up, and now typing done. Run. Bats for kid wood. See, it has successfully clicked onto this particular locator. Bats for kids wood. So wherever it found this particular suggestion, it has clicked. Right. So this was the whole agenda of our today's lecture. I hope, guys, you have liked and enjoyed, and I've tried to make this lecture very simple. If you see, if you check some other areas, I don't know why such amount of difficulty has been shown, but this is how, in a very simple way, we can achieve, and we can handle, or we can simply make use of uh, our Playwright to handle auto suggest dropdown. So I hope you have liked the lecture, and thanks for the time and patience. Thank you.